picked that video for a reason. It depicts how many of us live our lives. How many of you feel that you live your life because of what you've been told? That someone has told you how to live your life? Let me see your hands. Okay, that's about a third of you, I would take it. And yet, from the time we are born, we are told. We are told what to eat. We are told to say please and thank you. We are told when to wake up. We are told when to go to sleep. We are told to brush our teeth or take a bath. Yes. We are told to go to school. And when we are at school, we are told how to behave, how to learn. That if we don't get straight A's, our lives will be ruined. We are told to get a good job, you need to have a degree. And then we are told you need a master's if you want to excel in your field. We are told who to love. We are told who to marry. We are told when to have children. And when we have those children, how to raise those children. We are told when we can retire. And each time that we are silent, each time that we comply, we have given up our power. We have given up our power. Now some of you are like, oh, I'm not going with that, Reverend Sherrie. I don't think so. I'm in my power. Perhaps you are. But to what degree? To what degree? So our talk series starts with Paul Selig's book. We're on the second one. We did the first one last year, I Am Word, and this time we're going to do the second one, which is the Book of Love and Creation. We're going to do a book study with it as well. And the first one was really successful, so I've been asked, when are you going to do the next one? When are you going to do the next one? And I'm going to do it starting now. Why do I love this work? Well, you might think, well, it's channeled work. Does everyone know what channeled work means? For those of you who may not, channeled work means that he's connecting to something outside of himself through him. And he is said to be connecting to ascended masters and teachers. And you might go, oh, I don't like channeled work. And I'm here to remind you that every one of our sacred documents are channeled works. Bible, New Testament, whatever you want to call as your place of religion is from channeled work. Which doesn't mean that this is like the work that you need to do. What it does mean is that I'm giving you a baseline of what's channeled and what's not channeled. But why I love this work is because when your soul hears truth, it knows it. End of story. The same way that when your soul hears not truth, it knows it. We may poo-poo it, we may bow to societal norms, but we know. So today I'm going to start with awakening to awareness. And that's the first section of this book. And I'm going to talk about why do we work on awareness. I've talked about awareness for the last year and a half. Talked about honoring the truth of what we are, that we are divine and human. Why do we do this work? Why is Rev Sherrie so hot on this? I'm going to take a quote from this that I love. And it says, as you stand in your awareness, you see what you have created. And you can begin to look at the consciousness that produced these creations. Where was I in lack when I created? Where was I in frustration when I created? And where was I responding in fear as I created these things in my world? Now, this aligns nicely with what we think in unity, don't we? We know that nothing comes without it coming from thought first, yes? That's one of our foundational understandings here. That everything that is materialized, every being, everything, the chair, the universe, from thought. So I'm like, all right, that's working for me. And the second thing that we say is that we are co-creators. That because we are of divinity, of God, we co-create the world around us. We co-create our lives. Now the choice is this. We get to co-create from either fear or from love. That's our choice. From fear or from love. So when you look at the world around you, what do you think is the predominant way that we've been creating here, right now? Yeah, it's not rhetorical. Fear or love, my friends? Fear and? Okay. Penal system of the United States of America. Fear. Oh, okay, fear. Do you know for all the people that are in prison, the U.S. has 25% of people that are imprisoned. We have over 2.2 million people imprisoned in jails. What do you think is the largest race in those penal systems? One, give me one. African American what? Men. Second one, Latino men. Do you know what's now the largest growing sector that is being imprisoned? Guess. African American women. Fear. What are we afraid of? What are we afraid of? That we have created this system. Now you may be sitting here thinking, oh, I didn't create that. No, I didn't create that. I don't believe in that. Is that really true? Because where are you in fear? Where are you in fear that someone's going to mug you? That someone's going to attack you? And what does that person who you fear attacking you look like? That's what I'm asking you. Because whatever we have and whatever we believe is happening on a collective level, my friends. On a collective level. Now you may be saying, oh, Sherrie, you're just being so what is that? Dramatic. Yes. All right, let's look at something else. Our medical system. Fear or love? Fear. Okay. Our education system. Fear or love? Fear. How is it created? How is it created? Is it created in you can learn whatever you want, how you want it, directing that everything that you learn is of the highest good? Is that our education system? Sometimes, so very, very, very small. But I'm talking about the system overall. The education system, fear or love? Fear. It's fear. And we can go down the list, we can go down the list, and we can go down the list. Until we decide that it's on us. Until we decide it is on us. Until we decide it's about consciousness. On an individual level, which then transforms on a large level. Individual to a large level. Okay. Do you think that if we change our consciousness, that our reality will change? Why? How is that possible?
Law of mind action.
Law of mind action, right? Law of mind action. So the world that we're living in now that we all bitch, that's right, I said it, that we all bitch about, guess who has responsibility for it? We do. There is no they. There is no they that are in power. They who run the world. Those politicians. Those doctors. Those lawyers. There is no they. It is only us. It is only us.
I would say all of us.
All of us. Very good. Thank you. Thank you. So today we have this opportunity to start anew. to create a world that works for all, to create a world that empowers us all, to create a world out of love. And the only way that I keep saying I know how to do this is by shifting consciousness. Shifting consciousness. So, here we go, second quote. When we are transforming consciousness, what changes is consciousness. As consciousness is altered, the physical reality that you exist in and the material matter that you encounter must be transformed in obligation to change in frequency and perception that has brought you to this new alignment. It's saying that once we change our consciousness, the outpicturing has to change. Are you with me? The outpicturing has to change. So this is why I love the work that Paul is doing right now, because it aligns with my own personal beliefs. Now, you may not believe what I believe, and that's okay, because the nice thing in unity is that we can accept wherever anyone is and whatever path they've chosen. So that's wonderful. But since I'm your minister, I get to share what I believe. That's how that works. So why is our world the way that it is? Why do you think that? Not rhetorical. What did you say, baby? Oh, because it's on them. Yes, okay, good. What else? Our consciousness. We forget. We forget our truth. So we come here as children. We know our truth. It's very clear. We know that we are nothing but joy and love. And that we will run up to strangers and hug them. And we'll love them. And we'll talk to anybody. Because we're not indoctrinated yet into societal norms. And then, over time, we learn. We learn about fear. We learn about what is considered normal, what is not considered normal, right? And it shifts, and then we forget our truth, that we are divine, loving beings, that when I look at you, I see God, that when you look at me, you see God. When I look at someone I don't know, I see God. Even if they cut me off on the road and I have to go, you jerk, what were you thinking? I see God after that. Because we're human beings and divine. And. We're and. Okay. This next quote is about, so how do we start this shift? Now, here it says, I am word through all that I see before me. Now, many of us had issues with that phrase last time. I am word. I am word means the logos, the word of God. I am word is about the expression of the divine. Okay? So when you are claiming that, I am the expression of the divine in everything I see before me. That means how I walk as divine. How I talk as divine. How I love you is as divine. With me? Not that I have any passion about this. So what they're saying, the ascended beings are saying in this challenge work is that this is your command to be in demonstration of your power in dominion. When we say dominion, because you fear being in dominion, in your power is what is keeping you small and unaware of how powerful you truly are. And allowing you then to relegate the creations of your life to someone else's authority. Every time we accept, we have relegated our power. Every time that our entire being says this is wrong, and we go, okay, we have given up our authority. This is calling you to be who you really are, how powerful you really are. And so often, fear is the thing that keeps us small. The fear of being seen, the fear of making a mistake, the fear of being judged keeps us small. And I'm calling you out and saying you don't have to be small. That is not what you are here for. And that is not why you're part of this community at the time that I am here. not why you are here. You are here to be powerful. You are here to be abundant. You are here to change the world. That is why you are here with me right now. Strong. Thank you. So what are we going to do? How do we do this? This quote gives us a little bit of a clue. Learning to operate through this space as your true self in a creative way, which means you are operating from and as your Christ consciousness. Now, if you have an issue with the concept of Christ, it is about a title, the Christ, like being enlightened, like the Buddha, okay? The individualized consciousness expands beyond this system of creation to embrace the possibility of Christdom, inhabiting this plane to bring about global manifestation of change. Imagine knowing that you are so powerful that you can create beyond what you see right now. It's possible. Not only is it possible, it's likely. Likely. So, this beginning of this series, I'm looking at the clock because I could say so much more, is about our own personal transformation into how we outpicture our lives. We're in the how now. I've spoken a lot about, do you know who you are? And I mean know. So my first step to you on this journey is to know the truth of what you are, and not just from your head. Well, I've heard this like a gazillion times because she just keeps saying it over and over again. Right? Divine human being. Know it. Because I believe if you know how powerful, how magnificent you are, you can't help but walk that way. You can't help but be that way. The second step is to stop creating from fear. Stop creating from fear. And the third step is to create from love. So what's your work to do this week? Because you know I always got something for you to do, right? What's your work this week? When you see something that you don't like, where was I in fear when I created this? Jay, what do you say? There's one that you use somewhere.
Why am I creating this?
Yeah. Why am I creating it this way? Why am I creating it this way? Where was I in fear when I created it this way? So this is just about looking. You don't have to do anything else. Just be in the awareness of, as you step in your world, where was I when I created this? How is it possible that I created this? You with me?